Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to do something I don't do a lot of. We are going to take a look at Farm Sim 19, what we know so far. I don't love doing like tons of these videos because it's like I'm not here to get cheer anyway. But obviously there's been a lot of information that's been coming out over the last couple weeks as the Farm Sim gets closer and closer. And we just need to take a minute to kind of, well, several minutes, many minutes, to go through the information that we have at hand. There's rumors and all kinds of spec sheets. I'll cover as much as I possibly can. I'm not going to be able to hit everything, obviously, because there's just so much information. I can't wait to get this game. I'll tell you what, I'm getting super excited. So here we have a New Holland T7. The good news is my favorite tractor company, New Holland, is in the game still. You have a lot of options. It looks like a Kverneland plow here with the red and the green. I'm thinking that's Kverneland. This video is showing us the crops and harvesting, and you can see there we can plow. Doesn't look like there's any ground transformation going on. If we zap back, there was an Amazon cultivator, so those are still in the game, which is cool. We have Challenger tractors still available in the game. I saw a bunch of these at the Ohio Farm Science Review. I'll post some video of that also on my channel here shortly. I got a whole bunch of video of different tractors that were there, including this one, the MT743 there. So we're cultivating. Obviously, the big news, John Deere. We have a 7 Series there using Grimmy potato planter. This is kind of cool, too. Here's a 6000 Series tractor, and we are using I thought we've seen the 7s. Now we've seen the 6. I think. Let's go back and look at that other John Deere real quick. They give us such like a short glimpse. That's the same tractor. Let's see here. I'm going to see the front of the John Deere, see if we can get a glimpse on that model number. That might still be the 6 Series there. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell without seeing the numbers, but it's right there. I can't see it. We're so close. The sunlight is interfering with the model number there. Oh well, I guess we're not going to know. That's probably the 6 again, but it could be a 7. I think we've seen 7s. We'll look again throughout the videos that we go through, but we got 6250 here, and this is cool with a Vaderstat system, kind of like the Kuhn system, where you have the seeder in the front, or the seeds in the front, and the actual seeder in the back. And this is cool too. You can see they've added the connecting tubes. Now, this is all CGI render once again. These are not necessarily in-game graphics, though I think that is. Like, this is in-game graphics right here, so maybe. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to see. No, don't get your hopes up. A lot of times they show really high-res videos at these, trailers, and they're not actually what the game looks like. Here we have a favorite 515C, which is really cool. I love these vintage Fendt tractors. It's really neat to see this in the game. So they're adding some more vintage tractors. Hopefully we'll still have some Case and New Holland stuff too, but it's neat to have that. This is a huge, I think this is a weeder back here, because they're talking about weeding. So there we go. Weed. And another thing too is, you guys can see this. We've talked about this a little bit on my channel, but you can see the weeds have grown up on the field. It's these taller plants. Then when you're behind the weeder, it's actually eliminated all those weeds. So that's pretty cool. It tears them out, and that's the idea of the weeder. Astara is in the game. I wasn't allowed to say anything. I've been asking Daniel over and over again, can I say anything yet? He's like, no. Sorry. So we have the Imperador 3.0. There's going to be most of the Star equipment. I think all of the equipment that's in the game right now from the Platinum expansion will be included in the base game for FS19. They are also talking about doing possibly a DLC, so to add more. But right now, we do have all the Star equipment is still going to be in the game, just like all of the DLC stuff, Big Bud, all that stuff. We have a Grimmy potato harvester here, and then we also have a cotton harvester from Case, IH, and there's the Grimmy right there. There's the Case harvesters. The cotton looks really cool. Look at how cool that looks. Now, this is awesome. I love this. This is how they really do it. They make a big square, and they dump it on the field, and the truck backs up and sucks it up into the truck. Or sometimes they load it on with a front loader. But you can have square bales and round bales for cotton. I don't know if the game's going to do that. It probably won't. It probably is just doing the square bales. But that's pretty cool. So that's one of the trailers. Let's look at the next one. And roll tape. Peggy 3. Obviously, we got the horses. I guess you ride them, you have to train them. You buy the horses in a untrained state. You train them, and then you can sell them for money once they've been trained, and you make more money on them. That's how you kind of do the horses. I think you have a very limited number of horses that you can have, and that's all you can do with them. I also don't know that you can ride them anywhere, but it seems like you'd be able to. This is showing scenes from the new map in Germany. Once again, most likely these are updated or upgraded renders. I don't think this is exactly what the game will look like, but I know that it looks good. We will get some game footage too here shortly. But with the new lighting engine, it's possible. Like, I think that was a real shot there of it's hard to tell if it's pre-rendered or not. They definitely are using special effects and stuff, but with video cards where they are today, this is absolutely possible to have them look this good. We'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy. So we have Case 620 here. Back behind there, we have a John Deere harvester. Yep, and that's pretty cool. Now, people are complaining because it's just the European harvester that they're seeing so far and not any American ones. Whatever. You know what? We got John Deere. I'm happy that we have it. We have a Hallmaster with the auger wagon. Now, just so you know, once again, here in America and the farm sim game, you can play it however you want, but we really do in America use auger wagons a lot. Like I drove down to Amish country this week to do a men's retreat. We had a worship team retreat for my church, and we're driving through farm country, and it's harvest season right now, and there were auger wagons with semi trucks parked along the side of the field everywhere. So they use that. Obviously the goal is to not drive on the field and ruin your crops. You have an auger wagon to reduce the stress on the field, and keep the trucks from getting stuck in the field too. So this is cool too. You can see here we have an American style trailer for hauling grain. That is, this hopper trailer is what we use in the United States frequently, and then it gets covered. And obviously we still have the American semi, the Peterbilt style, looking a little more realistic too. We got a Fendt 1100 series. This was probably built by Challenger, I would imagine, right? Like, it's the same cowl and everything, since they're all part of ACGO. And then we have, he looks like he's spraying maybe. Oh no, that's a cultivation system. And he's also, this is oilseed radish, so we'll still be doing oilseed radish as a fertilizer stage. An American train. We have a SD 41. There's no such thing. We have SD or SD 42. These are SD 40s, and also, does this have 3 axles? I can't tell. It's hard to tell. SDs have 3 axles on each truck. GPs have 2 axles on each truck. This looks like a 2 axle to me, but who knows? But anyway, they're trying. It definitely has a dynamic brake too. Oh my! Let's get some farmer girl hips, and then we have the horse riding. Obviously, that's going to be a big. But we'll read a little bit about it when we. Before we finish this video, we'll talk a little bit more about the horses. We'll look that information up. But once again, we have the Case cotton harvesters. We got a Vaderstat seeder. Looks like maybe a corn seeder. What do we got there? 8400R. So we've now seen the 6500 series or 6250 and an 8500. So we got 2 different John Deere tractors so far. There's a Hardy sprayer. So another new brand into the game. We haven't seen Hardy before. And it kills the weeds. You'll notice as it goes by, it does kill weeds. The Ideal Harvester from Massey Ferguson. I saw one of these live at the Farm Science Review. I have video of it. It's huge. This is an enormous harvester. It was really cool to see it in person. And the one I saw did not have treads. It had wheels. But we have that. Oh, and look, the Big M is now coming back. This is a little M, though. This is a 450, so it's not as huge as the Big M, Big M, but it's big enough. It'll be much faster anyway. And it should windrow. Oh, and we have a Komatsu log chopper, like the Scorpion King replacement. So Komatsu's a new brand into the game. Here we have Manitou. We've had Manitou before, but now we have this. Now these wagons that they're showing here, the DPW, we have these in Farm Sim 17 as mods. These do make it a lot easier to load bales onto a truck because you can push up against it and not knock the other bales behind it out. So you can load pretty quick with this. If you have two guys loading with Manitous, you can load a truck up pretty fast. So that's cool. Still not, UAW fast, or UAL fast, but the script. But it's this way you can load stuff real time. There's a Valtra. She's pulling it, and they're going to deliver those hay bales to market. Hay bales. And Sunset on the horse. Farm like never before. All right, moving on. Now, I love this video. Definitely going to be playing on this map. I really love the way this map looks. This is the European map, Felsbrunn featurette. You can see here, it's beautiful. A lot of atmosphere, mountains, castles, everything to me that makes the farm sim fun to play. It's a little bit imaginary, but it also kind of is based on real life and got some kind of facility there. Hopefully they'll include some industries there where you actually make stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. I love the train. Totally European-looking train. What? Is that a bank? What was that? Does it show this like... They're probably just showing around town like they did. These probably do nothing. Is that supposed to be like Aldi's? Ledley? But the little details, Yep. Recycling. I like that. Oh, in the woods. That's beautiful. This is what I was hoping the Alps map would be like. You see all the fields down there to the left. There's a farming area. Grass. I love the train. Once again, I'm a big train fanatic. This is definitely a very Ruhr-Sig type train. Oop, ding. That never ends. I don't know I thought H in America stands for hospital, so I'm not sure what the H in this stands for. But anyway, that's a cool footage. We get to see some of the new map, the new European map. So I'm looking forward to that for sure. Once again, we have more work in progress footage. I know you guys have seen all this stuff. Everybody's obviously huge fans of this, and so I'm sure you guys have watched this a million times. But I just, figure I'm going to try to get it all done in one video instead of doing a bunch of videos about a bunch of videos. Looking really good, the 8400 series tractor. Once again, we've also seen the 6500 in the newer trailer, so we now know we have at least 2 John Deere tractors to pick from. I would imagine, and that's definitely in-game footage right there. I think that, and it looks good. It's impressive. It looks nice. The wheels look a little bit too fakey for me, but I guess, it's a game. But it looks really good. The footage, I'm watching that over and over again. Now you can actually see this is the non-super CGI rendered. So that's really what the game's going to look like. Get used to it. But I'm excited that John Deere's in the game. Once again, they may be like European versions of some of the stuff, but it's cool to have John Deere in the game. All right, let's take an in-depth look. Quick in-depth look at the fact sheets. There's a whole bunch of them to go through. Here we have this is a fact sheet about forestry. We have the Komatsu tree harvester, $435,000. It shows you the different specs. I'm not going to get into everything, but pretty much it replaces the Scorpion King. Here we have, this is going to replace the Scorpion Buffalo. It is a Komatsu log loader. I wonder if they're made by the same company. They probably are, but whatever. We have a man truck that has a log loader on the back, just like Spin Tires, which is really cool. It's not man and Spin Tires. It's, some Russian brand, but Iveco or something. But anyway, so here, I know Iveco's not Russian. It's Italian, I think. Anyway, so we have a log loader, $180,000. It loads logs onto itself, which is really cool, actually. Timber truck. And then we have the everything in one Profi from Steyr, a logging Profi or Steyr. And it's obviously got a grappler and some kind of shover to kind of maybe get the logs lined up nicely, and then you can use this to grab them. So that's pretty cool. It's like a Flegel implement there for the front. Let's go on to the next one. Here we have, let's see, the quad track is being featured in this fact sheet, but you can see here we have the truck once again with its... I love that this truck is looking a lot better than the one in Farm Sim 19. Now, once again, these are probably like super renders. They look a little bit more atmospheric than I think the game's going to look, but I could be wrong. I don't think so, though. Anyway, after seeing the John Deere footage, it's still kind of looking the same. So we got the trailer right there with the cover. the auto cover that you can cover up your grain so it doesn't go blowing all over the place. We have a Seed Hawk here. That comes from the Big Bud pack, and we have a confirmation that Big Bud is going to be in the game. So, and then we're using the Case Quad Track. Oh, the Wilson trailers. There we go. It's showing us that too. $80,000 for that trailer. Main color. Cool. Engine setup. Maybe it tells us what you can change, main color, and this one you can change the engine setup. Here we have the Vaderstat Seed Hawk and the air cart. So this is the cart's what carries the seed, and then we have the actual Seed Hawk itself. I was calling it Seed Hawk on the other, but it says Seed Hawk on it, but this is actually the Seed Hawk air cart. And an 84-foot Seed Hawk toolbar, a good setup for our case or any other giant tractor. The Grimm. We have a Grimmy Veritron 470 Platinum TerraTrack self-propelled potato harvester. This is different. They've changed it from the small wheels up front to these big wheels like the newer ones have, so that's pretty cool. Hardy sprayer. That's the last one on the fact sheets there, $489,000. Wow, it's really expensive. Self-propelled sprayer. What's different about this one that makes it so much more? It can do spray and some kind of X. Maybe that's for insecticide now, I hope, or weed killer maybe. It can do fertilizer and weed killer. Pretty cool stuff. You can see the weeds growing. I like the way that they've done that in the game, the new weed system. Pretty cool stuff. All right, here looking back some older stuff here. We have the Combine Harvester, the Ideal that we saw through the older videos, or through the videos that we went through earlier, and a Power Flow header. Looks like it's going to be about $500,000 for the kit. Wow. We have a Hallmaster in a different color back here. We saw that one earlier also, and the Fendt 1100. Pretty cool. $500,000 once again. Prices are going up in the game. We have a slurry tank from Samson. This is new in the game, that's for sure. And we have a John Deere. That's also definitely new in the game. Looks like we have the slurry tank, and then this is a separate unit. So just like how the Horsch has a separate unit for its slurry tank, this does too. There's some cement truck over there. Huh, interesting. And we have, oh, look at overloads. That's so cool. It actually overloads. Looks like we're getting the hose system involved in the game, and it's pouring slurry into the slurry container for the side of the field. He should have parked on the grass. Now he's not going to be able to get that spot there when that's filled up. Oops. There's the in-game graphics. It looks familiar, doesn't it? It actually looks a lot like FS17. A little more detail, definitely better lighting, but it is still FS17 graphics. And so don't get all excited by all the fancy, flashy CGI. This is what the game's going to look like. And it looks great. I think it looks fine. I'm not. It would be great to look even better, like Grand Theft Auto style graphics, but they haven't achieved that yet. So anyway, there's a new Fendt MT 1159. 1100 series and 1100 MT, or however they say it. Here is the new mission system. You actually have a new menu, and this kind of gives you the feel of what the new interface is going to be like. Plus, it also shows us the new mission system. And here we have a contract. This is very different than what we had before. Owner offers $56,000 for harvesting field 7. Harvest the wheat field of 7. Take the product to the mill. Use your own equipment or lease equipment for a reward decreased by 2,217. Now that's weird. You would think that if you used your own equipment, you'd get a bonus. Like, wouldn't that make sense to you? Like, hey, I'm going to use my own equipment. Hey, I don't even have to put hours. The owner doesn't even have to put hours on his tractor or his harvester. You're going to use your own stuff. He should give you a bonus for using your equipment. But there's a decreased. You get decreased for using your own equipment. That's really, hopefully they'll fix that or figure that one out, because you should get more money if you use your own equipment. But anyway, that's cool. But that's the new system there. We got another picture here. I think it's just it's a picture of the John Deere harvester. I'm sorry, John Deere tractor with a Ideal harvester, 8400R series again. All right, so now we can pick this apart. We're on the main website here, and I'm going to take a look at the min requirements. Is a Core i3 2100T or AMD FX 4100. Let's see. I think I should be able to do it on my computer because I've got the new Ryzen 5. It's probably not going to be powerful enough on my laptop, but anyway. 4 gigs of RAM. I have that on all my computers. 20 gigs of hard drive space, sound card, DVD-ROM, blah, blah, blah. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here. we can see at least for sure what's in the game now, what they've given us. That doesn't mean that they're all going to be in there, but we can at least we can see some some of the tractors that are in the game is what I'm trying to say. So we have the we're going to have the Case IH. It looks like is this the Magnum? I think that's no Optum. Okay, and then we have the Quad Track. Obviously, we've seen some pictures of that. So far with the Fendt, we have a guaranteed 1100 MT, 700 Vario, and a 900 Vario, which we already have in the game. They're not showing the 300, but hopefully they will. I mean, once again, these are not complete lists, so don't get discouraged if you don't see something in here that you're looking for. It may still be coming. So next up, we have Hardy. We got our now this is under vehicles. We have that sprayer that's $1 million. Looks like we're going to get paid pretty good for the missions, though, so we should be able to pretty quickly afford some of this equipment for our farm. We have an 8R series. We also know that there's a 6,000 series in the game because we saw it. So it's there. It's not listed here for some reason, but it's coming. We know there's more Komatsu equipment than they're showing here because of the trailers. But there's the Kramers in the game again. We have a Lizard. Those look really good. The trucks, they've greatly improved the way the trucks look. These look much more like real trucks now. They're kind of plasticky in the last version. Huh. Looks like we have like a Toyota type pickup. That's pretty cool. Lizard. We got a man log truck. We'll probably have a standard man truck too, but we'll see. Manitou's got one thing. Massey Ferguson's got one tractor. They'll have more. New Holland's gonna have a lot of stuff. They always do. We'll probably have we'll probably have like a 5, 6, 7, and 8 series and 9. I hope they do. I don't know why they get rid of stuff. Ponzi and Astara. Yay! We have the 180. Hopefully we'll have the 105 and the Imperador. We have the Steyr. Once again, I'm sorry for the sniffles, guys. I know they're going to have 2 different steers or stairs. Yeah, they're only showing one Vulture. There's going to be more coming soon. Harvesters. We've got the Ideal. We've seen that. We've got a Capella harvester head for corn. Probably we'll have a sunflower seed head too. Nothing listed in Case yet. Several things listed for Grimmy for potatoes. We have the John Deere harvester with 2 headers. There's the Komatsu. Okay, it's under harvester. That's why we didn't see it. Harvester. Okay, Massey Ferguson coming soon. New Holland coming soon. Ponce. Oh, so the Ponce is still going to be in the game. Cool. So we'll have both the Komatsu and the Ponce. We're going to have Ropa. Sampo Rosenlu. No old little tiny harvester, though. The Sampo C6 or C5 or whatever it is. Equipment. Oh, there's just so much. Weights. We're going to try to go through this a little quicker because there's obviously a bazillion things. Ooh, the Culti Plow. Cool. For Big Bud. Ooh, that's cool. That's that new cultivator type thing that we saw in the video. Breedle Spreader. Tree planter from DameCon or DamCon. That same tree thing that I've never used. The tree picker upper. A Edelbrock weeder. And now we have the big Hallmaster that we've seen that in the videos. Fendt, nothing. Flexicoil, that's the huge Big Bud cultivator. Here we have Flegel. That's the loading wagon, and we have this log loader and a Flegel log trailer. FSI has the stump grinder. We've got Gregoire Bezon. We have the Big Bud and the plow, the huge plow that goes with it for the Big Bud attachment. You can use this either with a regular tractor or with Big Bud with using this. Sorry. My nose is all stuffed up. We have the Grim Cedars. Hardy something. The other big Seed Hawk style seed tender and seeder. Husqvarna. Gents wood chippers, so we're still going to have lots of logging in the game, obviously. A weight for John Deere. Jones Aird. Chainsaw. Joskin wagons. There'll probably be more than one Joskin wagon. Garant. There's going to definitely be more Garant stuff too, or coat stuff. We'll definitely have trucks and stuff, trailers, that kind of stuff. Here have the tippers from our favorite AgroLiner tippers. Feels like I'm coming home. Kuhn DLC stuff is now going to be included. We've got both sprayers from Kuhn. Lizard, nothing. Massey Ferguson, nothing. There, it's coming though. Something from New Holland, something from Ropa, something from Samson. Oh, Samson. Okay, there we go. There's some slurry stuff that we saw this in the videos. Once again, they're going to be Star's going to have a bunch of stuff. We're going to have a ton of stuff. So we'll keep checking back here. Once this list changes significantly, I'll do another video. Maybe like the week before or something. We have a better idea. All the stole equipment that we've had in the game forever. TT is now coming. TT also does the sugarcane planters. We have a cultivator. There's a cultivator that I think this is the one that can put a fertilizer box on top, so it can fertilize and cultivate at the same time. We have Vaderstadt, of course, always heavily supported in this game. Wilson trailers, which is cool. So we got the new trailer. Hopefully there'll be some other trailers too. Maps, nothing. Animals coming soon. Fruits, interesting. Maybe talking about the different types of, because they call any kind of thing that you grow a fruit. So there could be more than what they're showing. Like, maybe oats. Obviously we have cotton coming too, and that's all considered fruit. Okay, moving right along. All right, the last thing we're going to do is take a look at Yes Mods. This guy has a great, or Bodie or whatever, has a great article here about all the changes that are coming up. These are the kind of guys that you got to love, because I don't have time to do this, and this guy is great for doing this. So, Bodie, great job. Lars Listerin Melcherik, a giant software community manager, has given a lot, his nickname Lees, is the guy that kind of put together all this information. So anyway, this is stuff that obviously the research that Bodie has done. You can see if you want to go see his article, it is here, yesmods.com. Farming Simulator 19 confirmed features. It's definitely worth a visit, as he's been doing a good job keeping up with it, and I would follow him and stuff like that. He deserves it. So this is going to talk about gameplay, things that have changed. We've got New Farmer, Farm Manager, and Start Out from Scratch. So New Farmer, you get the most equipment, a small farm, some equipment, and some money. Farm Manager, this level you get a lot more money, but really no farm equipment to write home about. So you'll have to build your own farm. Start off from scratch. You're going to have to work your way into your farm, which I like that. I actually probably will be doing a series about that. We will, hey, I'm whatever. My name's Arthur. I'm going to get into farming, and we're going to work for other farmers and earn money so that we can put together a farm. You can build your farm up from the ground, as Listeran said in the official Farming Simulator site. Everything is placeable: houses, stables, silos, workshops, and everything. You can pick a random spot on the map, let's say a forest, and you can buy the land. That's really cool. You can cut down all the trees and remove everything and place your farmhouse there to start your farm there. Or just a stable or whatever you want. I'm so excited. This is going to be so cool. Are you guys not excited about this? It's so cool. Listeran does a great job explaining how stuff works, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, you can read the tech blog. I'll let you guys do all that stuff. Fields are going to be parcels. So here somebody's taking a snatch out of La Pacha and parceled all this out. So instead of just buying a field like you do in the game, you're actually going to buy land. And so like if you're starting the game, you might want to buy this parcel. Put a little farmhouse there and maybe a little shed there and just start working that field, and then eventually maybe buy this parcel or this parcel. It's going to be interesting. I think it's really cool. You can't cut any trees down on the map until you've bought an area with trees on it. So you can't do any like going to other people's places and mowing grass. You're going to have to only work on your own land. Now, what this could mean for multiplayer is that you could buy one, maybe your friend could buy one. I'm thinking that's what's going to be with the multiplayer. You can actually have your own farms, and that is really cool. The ground will adapt to placeables, so that's cool. They kind of already do that now for the most part, but they say the ground will be altered to ensure it looks nice. Cool. Need more money? Maybe you want to move on. You can sell areas that you already own in FS19. So there's going to be 3 maps. A revamped version of the South American map and 2 brand new maps. USA, South America, and Western Europe. There are going to be deer in the game. There will be birds. They will sometimes follow the cedars without affecting gameplay. The user interface has changed. Still, if not familiar, it's added transparency. The map sizes have not changed. Interesting. So we've seen the map already. Ravenport's going to be the USA map, maybe? Yeah, Ravenport, USA. Yep, North American map. Cool. Davenport, Iowa. That'd be cool. Animals and crops. We have chickens, sheep, pigs, cows are still part of the game. Crops will bend when you drive over them. There's a limit to how many animals you can put in one stable. There will be 2 new crops, cotton and oat. And for some of you guys, this is old news. Once again, though, I don't do these videos very often, so enjoy them while I'm doing them, because I'm not going to be doing another one until we're really almost at ground zero. I just don't like trying to hype people up on my channel, like, watch my channel because I'm going to give you the same news every 5 minutes. We're doing this once, and then we'll do it again right before it's released to get the additional information, and then that's it. So the weeds are visible. They get pulled up from the ground when you use a weeder or spray. Crop destruction has become part of the game. It's no longer a mod, and it can't be turned on or off. So you will have crop destruction. Bam. You can remove weeds with a harrow, but only in the early growth stage. That's more realistic, and that's how they should have been. To remove weeds later, you have to use a sprayer. Lime is being introduced into the base game. Thank you! That's something that farm experts had for the last 7 years. Lime, you have to lime the fields every couple crops. The crops will affect soil compaction. How much variety of crop, or how much varies from one crop to another. This is also determines how often you'll have to plow. So as you do different crops, the soil will get more compacted, and then you'll have to plow to fix that. And so it might be, it's going to vary per crop. So some crops will never have to be plowed, or once in a while, but other crops will have to be plowed more often. That's kind of cool. Horses are now a breed to Farming Simulator 19. You can have 16 of them on your farm. Unlike pigs and cows and sheep, your horses won't reproduce. But through good care and plenty of water and oats and training, they'll eventually become 5-star horses. The horses come in 8 color variations, and yes, you'll be able to ride them. That's so cool. So you can train your horses and sell them. Then there's a farm dog. It will follow you around. It will be your best friend in FS19. You know, Pro Farmer had a dog that would follow you around, and I liked it. He was a member Gunther. I don't know if you guys ever watched the 2 episodes of Pro Farmer American Dream that I did, but we had Gunther the dog, and Gunther followed us all around the farm. So anyway, it was pretty cool. Let's see. Farm Simulator 19 will have vehicles with gearboxes. What? I didn't know that. However, not sure if manual semi-automatic will be in, as we are testing it here. Semi-automatic. Okay, so you'll have a gearbox, but you may not be able to do too much with it. It'll be 100% how it works. I'm pressing a button. But that's cool, because as you guys know, let's say you get in a truck in Farm Sim and you get to 45 miles an hour. There's only one gear in that truck in the game. It's so now they're going to actually have it, even if you don't have the option to do a manual transmission, which I'm going to have to get another table. If that's the case, I need one for my joystick and one for my shifter. It actually will shift like so it's pretty cool. I know I get all excited about the sounds, but there we go. The shop is going to be 3D. You can preview your tractor with all the changes on it rather than just a picture, and you can't see what the different paint jobs are and stuff. You'll actually be able to see the changes that you're making to the tractors as seen here in this image. You can move and zoom the camera. Tractors are grouped into horsepower classes. The seats bounce up and down. That's cool, like real life. There'll be hoses connecting to various tool tanks. Sweet. Equipment will show signs of wear and tear. The working speed and strength of tractors will decrease over time. Oh, it's great. Vehicle interiors will have cab lighting and dashboard illumination. Oh, finally. Windscreen and windshield wipers are animated. You guys know how much I like that kind of stuff. I love it. John Deere is finally in the Farm Simulator. We know that. ACGO's Ideal Harvester is confirmed. We obviously see the Fendt Ideal, Massey Ideal Combine. Samson is in. That's the tank company we saw. Not all of the FS17 DLC equipment will be carried over to FS19. We'll have to figure out which ones, but hopefully they will. New vehicle count is now at 38, but that doesn't really matter because that's going to change. That's the kind of stuff I don't want to get into. Yeah, see here, the trailer is spectacular. The game looks like $1 million. Well, that's not the game. That is a trailer. Anyway, here's a photo of the Krone Big M. That's in-game footage, though. This might be trailer footage. That's trailer footage. But the Krone Big M looks cool. We've kind of gone over the equipment already, so we don't need to cover that. We've talked about the mission types. Time limits have been removed. That's cool. We need that because sometimes, hopefully, you can save the game and go back out, but maybe not. Let's see. So the mission system, you can choose whether you want to work with your own vehicles. If you decide to use your own machinery, you'll earn more money when completing the mission. Okay, so if you use your own machinery, you can make more money. Oh, or lease equipment for a decrease. Okay, that makes sense now. I'm trying to understand what the sentence was saying. It's saying use your own equipment, or if you lease equipment, you get a reward decreased by $2,217. So if you use your own equipment, you make more money. That's really cool. However, when you first start out, especially on the farm version where you get nothing, you're going to have to lease equipment to do it because you're not going to have any money to buy equipment. In fact, you could actually, here's an interesting thought. You could play the game as like the harvester guy. You could buy a house, like buy a little plot of land, like work for a bit, leasing equipment, and then buy a plot of land and get like your house and one shed and park a harvester in there, and then just go around the map harvesting everybody's fields for them. Although it sounds like you'd have to have all the equipment. So you'd have to have like a tractor to pull like a tipper or a truck, a semi-truck, and then, but you'd own like two pieces of equipment, and you never even have to own a single field. You could just be a contractor for every farmer on the map. Kind of like real life where those companies just harvest stuff. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I love stuff like that where the game, you can play it whatever way you want. And that's something that we can do. And that is really cool. I think that's a neat idea. You'll get bored, though, and you'll want to start farming. But anyway, you don't have to. You could just skip buying land and just buy equipment and then work for other people. Time mission limits have been removed. We said that. More mission types. There's transport missions and stuff. Missions will work in multiplayer. So, the missions will work in multiplayer. Let's say that again. So if I have people on my server and they got nothing to do, guess what? Go do a mission. I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you today. Go do a mission. Giants is working on stopping rain leaking through the buildings. They're 90% done. That's cool. The function of AI workers has been improved. Multiplayer teams can be made cooperative with up to 4 teams. Giants' idea of playing with 8 teams. That's really cool. That's really cool. Giants are talking to the courseplay developers, not for integration but for compatibility, whatever. You can now sleep through the night. Yay! In FS19, you have to own the land in order to cut the trees on it. Like I said, I like that. You can wear branded caps. That's cool. I do that. I actually have a New Holland hoodie that I wear because I love New Holland. So new game engine features. What they mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. Dynamic sky. The FS19 clouds will be real 3D objects. They change color to gray before it starts to rain. The clouds will also react to wind. The sun and moon have been added, both moving over the sky. That's cool. Volumetric fog makes the fog look more realistic using lights and shadows. A depth of field. Feature that blurs the objects that are not in focus, giving everything more movie quality. I don't really like depth of field, but okay. Color grading, tone mapping for better in-game graphics. Bloom is a lighting effect. We know about that. Global illumination adds more realistic lighting, so like as the sun goes across the earth, it basically lights everything. So you'll see the sun making shadows from buildings and trees and stuff like that. It'd be cool. Dynamic eye adaptation. This effect mimics the eye adjustments when going from a dark environment to much brighter. Oh, that's kind of like Bloom, but still, it's cool. And the light is broken up by objects in the world, so light scattering. Sweet. Confirmed by Giants not to be in FS7 and 19. Colossus. Aww. Though there's talk about a surprise. Interesting. It's probably like Mahindra. Deformable dynamic ground. That's not in there. Sorry, guys. I know. People are going to be mad. No IC interactive controls. I hate AIC stuff. I don't know. People love it. It's not my thing. Anyway, GPS is not part of the base game, unfortunately. That kind of sucks because in real life it really is a huge part of farming. So anyway, thank you so much once again for this great page on Yes Mods. This is once again an article by Bodie that kind of put the whole thing together. Great job. So you guys can follow him on Twitter or Facebook, but this is a good place to get information about what's coming up. I'm super excited for what's about to happen in this game. I think that there's so many big changes that it's going to take a couple months just to absorb all the new things that are in the game. And then even to figure out what to do with them, the possibilities. Once again, they keep making this game bigger and bigger, and I just love it. I'm so excited for what's coming for this game. And hopefully we'll have a giant monstrous following of people that join up with the community with Farm Sim 19 and realize what a great game this is and how much fun it is. And here we have a game that is doing super well. It's multi-platform, and there's not a single gun in the game. You don't shoot anybody. You don't kill anybody. It's not violent. There's no swearing. And I'm not saying that there's a place for all that stuff, but I think it's really cool that in this day and age we can have a game that's based on the simple thing of farming. Not that it's simple, but that is super enjoyable and can be doing so well. So anyway, I'm excited to see what happens with the community, how the game grows as the game becomes more and more realistic. Things that I'm a little bit disappointed that I haven't seen. First of all, the ground deformation and dealing with rain and making it slippery and stuff like that. That's something that Farm Experts had forever. I don't know why. I do know why they haven't implemented it in this game. It's a resource hog. But imagine trying to memorize every inch of land and what the condition of the terrain is in. That's a pain. So I get why they haven't done it. But Farm Expert could do it. It could also be why Farm Expert's fields are so small. But the other thing that's kind of disappointing is I still haven't heard a single thing about a calendar year. Now, we can use seasons, I'm sure, to make it a little bit more realistic. But I still really like the calendar year. I know there's a lot of farmers out there, though, that watch my channel that would just die if they had a year in there. They would be so unhappy that we actually had to go through a calendar year. So maybe that's a good thing. But I wish that we could have it implemented where we could at least choose to have it or not have it and actually have a full calendar. So, all right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video as we talked about all the different things that are going on with Farm Sim 19. I'll see you again a couple weeks beforehand, maybe a week beforehand. Just to give that last, oh my gosh, it's almost here video. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we will see you on the net. Bye.